So we are doing a sweet potato casserole. There needs to be some things that you know about making a sweet potato casserole. Number one, you need sweet potatoes. Number two, you need a casserole dish, or it's not really technically sweet potato casserole. I like to call some recipes 2-dayers, 3-dayers, and what this means is that you're able to now put together the recipe over 2 days instead of spending a lot of time in the kitchen. And so for a sweet potato casserole, in my opinion, is always a 2-dayer. The first day you always need to roast the potatoes, and then the second day, guess what? All you do is unpeel them and then go straight into making the casserole with a little pecans. You can do marshmallows with that as well. So first and foremost, whenever you are roasting them, I need to show you this. You always get about the same size potatoes. And how to roast them is that you need a little bit of film. And what you're gonna do, very, very simple. Make sure that you go all around the potato. And what this is gonna help to accomplish is that you're actually steaming the potato. And so that's why you're using the plastic with it. And do not worry about the plastic getting in your food, because it's gonna take the peel off as well. And then we're gonna finish it up with hopefully me not cutting my finger on the aluminum foil. Go at a little bit of an angle. Roll up, just like a fruit roll up. Boom. Place on your baking tray. And of course, we will do the other one. We're gonna put that in our oven at 425 degrees for about 1.5 hours. And what you want to be able to tell once they do come out, and this is one that's already came out, is that once you squeeze it, you have a little bit of give to it. And that's when you know that it's done. You can do this with a towel while the potatoes are in the oven if you'd like, or you can actually pull the tray out, whatever you prefer. And now movie magic time. So now we have some roasted sweet potatoes already done. Unpeeled them, taking the skin off, and then I like to use a fork with this. What we're also going to be incorporating into the casserole, we have some milk, whole milk, never skim milk, white sugar, brown sugar, some more butter for your pecans, a little bit of flour, vanilla extract, and then some diced up pecans or pecans, however you would like to say that. So we're going to finish up mashing the sweet potato in a large bowl. It's a little bit easier for you. Once you finish up with the mashing, you can use a whisk to then incorporate everything. We're going to be adding 2 eggs. Again, whenever you crack an egg on egg action. Egg on egg crime, however you would like to say it. Boom. That is my trash can, imaginary trash can, believe me. Go straight in. Whisk these just a little bit and then break up the egg yolks. If you would like, you can make this a little bit creamier, and how you go about that is putting it into a handy dandy electric mixer. But I like mine a little bit thicker. So from there, gonna go in with sugar, white sugar, your milk, melted butter, and then finishing off with just a teaspoon of vanilla extract. And the vanilla is actually going to help to come through for the sweet potatoes. So we're going to mix everything together and put it into our casserole dish. And seeing that you're adding butter to this, say if you added oil, which you should never do, but seeing that you're adding a fat to the casserole, this is why you do not need to actually grease the casserole dish. You can sing to yourself like sometimes I do as well. It's nice, it's normal. Talk to yourself, I guess. Gonna just pour straight into our casserole dish. Even out for yourself. Looks good. I did sprinkle in a little bit of love in, if you didn't notice that, but I did. All right, so now all I'm doing is waiting on my butter because I actually need to make a topping. The topping again is gonna be our pecans, brown sugar, a little bit of flour, and then finishing off with some melted butter. Whenever we do pop that into the oven, it's gonna be cooking at 350 degrees for 30 minutes and uncovered, because what you want is actually the brown sugar to help caramelize the pecans, have a little texture layer. If you would like, to which some people do like, put some marshmallows in that. Add 1 cup of the miniature marshmallows. Don't do the big ones, please. It's not good. So to here, I have my melted butter. Never put a pan directly on anything that you do. Go straight in with the pecans. Gonna whisk that around. Gonna go in with our brown sugar. It can be dark brown or light brown, your preference. Dark brown has a little bit more molasses flavor to it. It's very, very good for this. Gonna mix this in. Yes, Greg, I can definitely bring this closer to the other camera so that everybody else can see this. And then to keep that sugar and the butter from melting, we're gonna add our flour to this mixture. And you might say, well, Burton, how much flour did you add? How much this? How much that did you add? On the bottom of all these videos, you'll see the recipes, so it's easy to follow for yourself. So mix that in. Now I'm just gonna use a spoon to now blot, as they say. You don't ever want to push this into the casserole, so just blotting it. Boop, boop. Kind of like a Jackson Pollock painting, if you ever heard of that person before. You can make a cool decoration. I'm making a smiley face. Alright, made a cool looking pattern for us. And now all we're gonna do is just bake this, again at 350. 350 for 30 minutes uncovered, and then we'll pull it out and then we'll eat something, or eat some of this and enjoy it. So movie magic time. See you soon. All right, so now we have what we call a sweet potato casserole. We've cooked the potatoes now for 30 minutes. It's gotten a little bit hardened on the top with the butter and the flour mixture with pecans. We're gonna let this rest for 10 minutes. After those 10 minutes, we're gonna dig in, and you have a very, very wonderful side dish. It's a little bit sweet just because, of course, the sweet potatoes, but we added the sugar to it, and then you have the crunch of the pecans. So from here in Paris, back to the south of the states of the United States, bon appetit, and have a great meal.